Hey guys, Jessica here. I saw another article that I wanted to talk about, and it was published by Glassdoor, one of my favorite job sites. And the article is basically describing some trends that we should be prepared to see in 2020 when it comes to just the workforce and what companies will be doing, what candidates and job seekers will be expecting. And so there were a few things I agreed with and others I didn't. So the first thing that they mentioned in the article was that culture is something that will have a big emphasis as far as attracting talent. I think that's true, but I also feel like that depends on the job market. Like right now, we're in a place where the job market is really good, and so candidates have, kind of their pick of the litter of where they actually want to be. So a differentiator for different companies will either be, the pay, and if the pay is the same, then it's probably going to come to the actual work environment or the culture. So considering something like what the work-life balance will look like, what kind of employee engagement activities actually happen, what senior leadership looks like, and are they engaged with, employees, stuff like that, I think will continue to be important for job seekers if the market continues to do pretty well in 2020. Now, I think if it shifts, that'll be a totally different thing. So I think that is yes and no, and dependent on just the job market. The second thing that the article was saying was that employers will begin to brace for a potential recession. I think this is already happening for certain companies and certain industries. Obviously, towards the end of the year, there are certain industries that do really well just because of the shopping that happens around Christmas and other holidays. But I do feel like just considering that there's planning happening for 2020 for companies, that there will still be some maybe some job growth, but at the same time, yes, I think companies are still kind of bracing themselves for a pending recession, but it depends on the industry. Like there's definitely industries like retail that are like closing stores and things, but then other companies in the e-commerce space that are going to be growing. So I think it just depends again on the industry and what is going to happen to the job market as well. But I already feel like I see that employers are kind of bracing themselves. Some companies are selling off different smaller companies that they own that aren't performing well. Other companies like AT&T have been paying off a lot of their debts. These are the type of things that you see when companies want to have their cash, and want to better their balance sheets for something like a downturn. So I think that's already happening, but, hey, so I mean, I agree. The last one that was mentioned is that more candidates will embrace the mobile job search. I mean, I think that's inevitable. I mean, lots of people search for jobs on their phone. I've been there, it's just way easier. You're either using your phone or your tablet. So I think what will happen with this, which I think is really good for companies and job seekers, is that job applications will become shorter, and so employers will begin asking for just the needed information versus you having to complete pages and pages of irrelevant information that can be found in your resume. So I think that will be a good thing, because if you think about it, if someone's applying from their phone, they're not going to spend 15-20 minutes filling out an application and going to different pages. Application is going to have to be mobile friendly, which means the forms will probably have to be very small to fit a phone screen. So I think that's definitely going to continue, and I think it will be really good for both job seekers and also employers, and particularly recruiters, because I don't like, and I don't think many recruiters like reading applications. We like to get to the specific information we need, and then we like to see your resume, glaze your resume over, see if you're a match in a couple seconds, and then reach out to you. That's kind of the ideal, kind of procedures of reviewing applications. We don't like them either, but there are a lot of companies with just really antiquated processes, especially when you get to the government sector, and they like lots of paperwork. But hopefully that will get people away from continuing those old practices. And that was the end of the list. So again, I was just reading it myself, and that was interesting. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with these things? Do you think that companies will be continuing to brace themselves for a recession? Do you think that it's already happening? Let me know. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.